Hey now, welcome to Fitz's Electric Bar. A little respite from the interviews, and this is to celebrate Rob Walker, Let the Music Play, and some 12-inch singles. So Rob was always great in supporting my channel, especially in the early days. I think Rob's well known for when people start up their channels of bringing them to the attention of the vinyl community, and that's awesome. So thank you, Rob, for that. And celebrating your 200th video with 12-inch singles, I'll put a link to Rob's channel down below. I'm sure you're all subscribers already, but let me run through some of my 12-inch singles. And Jesus, this is going to be a pain in the ass to have to get this all filed back away. It took a while to go through my whole collection. I don't have 12-inch singles separate. In terms of how I catalog my stuff, it's all in with the rest of my my vinyl. As I got down to the bottom of my storage area or my boxes, and I'm on my hands and knees, and I see like Neil Young and I think Frank Zappa, I'm kind of going, I don't think there are any 12-inch singles there, so I didn't spend a lot of time on it. But anyways, enough said. Here we go. Some 12-inch singles. Kate Bush, Experiment 4. I believe that was from the Hounds of Love. Another Kate Bush, Big Sky. This is the meteorological mix. It's also got the Morning Fog, which is a great track on the B side. Now we run through a whole bunch of Elvis Costellos. One thing about Elvis Costello is sometimes his 12 inches and his 7 inches had different B sides. So I often collected both. But Elvis Costello, Blue Chair. I think this is off Blood and Chocolate, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a whole bunch of stuff from, it's actually, I guess, technically an EP. Just a little bit about the rules is that I mostly chose 12-inch singles that would have like one song on one side and maybe one or two on the other, but not like a mini album or an EP. But maybe I broke the rules here. I don't know. Elvis Costello, Blue Chair. Tokyo Storm Warning. Elvis Costello, probably my second favorite Elvis after King of America would be Imperial Bedroom. Elvis Costello, Man at a Time. Alternate version of Town Crier. 2 copies of this, the UK version of Elvis Costello's Every Day I Write the Book. A hooky confection if there ever was one. And I guess the Canadian or the North American version. Same B-sides on here. Heathen Town, Nighttime are the B-sides, the two songs on the B-side of Every Day I Write the Book. Yet more Elvis Costello, I Want to Be Loved. Remember that video where it's just a close-up of his face and you can see tears going down? I don't know if that video was before or after Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You, but very similar. So Elvis Costello, it's an extended sleeve and it's Let Them All Talk. Yet another Elvis Costello, The Only Flame in Town. Nice reflection there. Flip side, Pump It Up Dance Mix. Geez, I don't remember that in the Comedians. The Only Flame in Town. Looking like a cover of a Frank Sinatra record. And Elvis Costello, Almost Blue single, I'm Your Toy. This has got, I'm Your Toy recorded at the Royal Albert Hall. So there's a live version of I'm Your Toy. There is a great cover of, I believe it's the Flying Burrito Brothers. And the B-sides there, 3 songs. My Shoes Keep Walking, Honky Tonk Girl, and Blues Keep Calling. I have a feeling this was one of the singles where I've got the 7-inch and it's got 2 different B-sides. I may be wrong there. Everything But the Girl, another great 12-inch or singles band in some ways. This one is Night and Day. Another one on the Blanco y Negro label. I thought they were on Cherry Red, but I guess there's early days, maybe early, Cherry Red. But this is, the A-side is Each and Every One. I think that was off of Eden, if I'm not mistaken. All this is off the top of my head, and you can fact check it and call me out as needed. Everything But the Girl, Mine. Everything But the Girl, Native Land. We used to have this thing where friends and I, we would say, I've got everything but the girl. The Beat, here in North America, the English Beat, but these are UK singles. Almost all of these are UK singles. They had some great 12 inches, often doing dub versions on the other side. This is Doors of Your Heart dub, English Beat, The Beat. And Which Side of the Bed? Flipped with Hit It. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, 10-inch single, Souvenir, Motion and Heart on the B side. New Order, another big singles band. I think this is an original one. It's got the die cut here, which is nice. You know it, you love it. Actually, I didn't love this single so much, but it became a huge cultural thing. Blue Monday, New Order. This one I really love, Thieves Like Us. New Order. You know, their covers were always fantastic, really interesting. This is New Order, just plain sleeve, Subculture, and then Dub Vulture on the other side. Confusion, again, nice embossing there. Really nice New Order. Confusion. And New Order, Perfect. Perfect, is it Perfect Kiss? Yeah, Perfect, The Perfect Kiss, New Order. Again, pretty hard to read that one. Only got one 12-inch REM. It's the big hit, Don't Go Back to Rockville, or the big catalog hit for us REM fans. It's a great song. This is a bit of an outlier, but the Gap Band, Party Train. Everybody all aboard the Party Train. Special Dance Remix. A jam. I have a few EPs, but this one here is pretty much just a single. It's got Town Called Malice on the A side and Precious on the B side off of the Ghosts album. Another band I've been enjoying lately and listening to is Jazz Butcher. This has got the Southern Mark Smith is actually on the B side. Real Men is the A side. Love that track, Southern Mark Smith. The Jazz Butcher, UB40, another great singles band. This is off their early days around the time of signing off, I believe. And this is The Earth Dies Screaming and Dream a Lie. 12-inch goodness from UB40. U2. Not really much of a U2 fan anymore, but I still love With or Without You. There it is. Another band that had some good singles. I was surprised to only have one, but Simple Minds. Up on the catwalkin'. I won't sing anymore. I kind of do that little mock song. Susie and the Banshees, Peekaboo. It's got Peekaboo, 7-inch version, and the Silver Dollar mix on here. We're coming to the end. Well, we're getting there. Style Council. This one's Money Go Round. Head Start for Happiness. And there's Style Council, Shout to the Top. It's funny, I had no Smiths 12 inches, but I've got quite a few Style Council. Not that they're the same band, but I would have thought I would have had. A lot of people have a lot of Smiths ones. Style Council, this is the single, not the album, My Ever Changing Moods. And another band, I've got quite a few 12-inch singles, Talking Heads. So this one is The Lady Don't Mind. Off of Little Creatures, I believe. The 12-inch version of Naive Melody, This Must Be the Place. Another 12-inch, this is Burning Down the House. Yeah, this is Air and a live version of Houses in Motion. Again, I believe that's off of Speaking in Tongues. Slippery People, Making Flippy Floppy, Talking Heads. And off of Little Creatures, And She Was. And I'm going to close out with what I think are probably among my favorites and the ones that I listen to the most. I guess this one technically is an EP. There's 4 songs on here, but an extended version of Dancing with Myself, the Gen X version as opposed to the Billy Idol version. Absolutely love that. The Dancing with Myself, I used that as the name of my production company, DWM Productions. And got a good little story about Dancing with Myself at the Ritz in New York that left a big impression on me. The other one that I have to say is just fantastic is the Specials, Ghost Town. Also got a story with this one that I'll save for another day, but when this came out, I was in Leeds, and the music was what was happening. Clubs were being closed down. It was pretty ugly. Race riots and things like that. And then another band whose singles were just outstanding. I think this one is really interesting, the Joy Division, Atmosphere. So the A-side is actually She's Lost Control off of Unknown Pleasures. But Atmosphere was a completely different sound for them. The production on this, the space, I consider Atmosphere to be my soundtrack to my winter of discontent. It's a hell of a good one for it. Another one I just loved, and there's a great video of Ian Curtis, well, the band playing, but just his sort of like spastic, and I mean that in a positive way, transmission, dance, dance, dance to the radio. And again, these factory covers, just outstanding. Transmission, Joy Division, and finally, the classic, Love Will Tear Us Apart. Pretty sure this was released after Ian Curtis's death, which just gave it an extra layer of heaviness to it. And that's it, 12 inches. Happy, whatever you want to call it, anniversary. But all the best to Rob Walker, and carpe diem, motherfuckers.